Good day, YouTube. Welcome to Oma and Opa's Lifestyle Channel. Today we will be making a homemade chicken noodle soup. Everybody in our family just loves it. Every time they come to town, they say, "Dad, please make us some chicken noodle soup." So I'm going to show you how I make that. Also, we'd like to thank you for participating in this video. Also, I'd like to tell you that one of our other videos, on making some dog food, chicken dog food. It's doing very well. We've had 2,100 views. Now, we've done 20 videos, and some of them's only got 10, some's got 20, some's got 100. So those aren't doing anything. I think some of it's my fault. Your description, your title, your thumbnail, but we do have one doing quite well. So we'd like to see this one do quite well. If you don't mind, subscribe to our channel, like if you like the content, share if you can. It'll help the channel. We appreciate you. And I'm going to go ahead and go through the recipe here in just a second. Okay, we're going to go through the ingredients. Here we go. I've got 2 chicken breasts that I've salt and peppered. And I'm going to take these 2 chicken breasts and I'm going to fry them in some oil, any oil of your choosing. I'm going to use peanut oil, but you use any oil that you prefer. I'm going to fry that both sides. Then I will chop that up into little pieces. We're going to have celery, carrots. I won't use all these carrots. Probably 2 stalks of celery, maybe 3. About a half a bag of the carrots. The green onions is for after it's done. You can put your green onions in it right on top. I'll have a large onion, about 3 cloves of garlic. This is elephant garlic. I'm going to use about a third of that, or maybe a half. I'll have a heaping cup of corn, 3 small potatoes, pepper, salt, chicken broth. Now it's going to make some of its own broth, but we like it really chickeny brothy. So it'll be the chicken broth that we make from that. We're going to add some chicken broth, and I will also add about 2 cups worth of this particular brand is the brand that we prefer. So we'll have plenty of chicken broth flavor. I will also add 1 large bay leaf, or here's 3 small ones, which will equal out to about the same thing. And then if we get down to about the last 10 or 12 minutes, we'll add our egg mousse. So I'm going to go ahead and cut from here, start prepping all the items that's going to go in it, and then when we get over to putting it in the pan, I'll come back to you. All right, so over here on the chicken, I'm taking some peanut oil, and I'm heating it up, and I'm going to get a nice brown crust on this on both sides. Then I'll take it out, chop it up, and we'll put it in our pot. Okay, we're back. I've put a nice brown on the chicken, and I will cut this up into cubes to put over in our pan. And we'll also, okay, I'm prepping the celery about bite size. Same thing with that whole onion. This is 3 small slices of celery.
So while we're waiting on that, I thought about making a video of how I made this wall hanger for the pots and pans. we made that, I guess, about 4 or 5 years ago when Robert couldn't live down anymore. So we had to get everything up where he could get to it. He loves to cook, so um, I was thinking about maybe showing you how to make that for the next video. So
All right, I got a stock pot started with a couple of 2 or 3 cups of water. I'll probably end up adding some more. A quart of chicken broth. I'm going to also add my chicken bouillon. And get this boiling, and then we'll add our top of the chicken. Chop up my chicken. I'm going to chop this up about bite size. You can use leg quarters if you want to.
hi, Milo. Do you want some food? That's not for you. I know you think it is.
All right. Add my salt and pepper and my bay leaves. Add later, we will do garlic. Okay, we're back. So we've got the chicken brown. We got it over here in a pot, and we're cooking it for about 20 or 30 minutes. And then we're going to add our carrots, our potatoes, and our green onions is last. We'll add our corn, and in the last 10 minutes, we'll put our egg noodles in. And that is going to make us an awesome chicken noodle soup. Now, this channel that we set out to make was about Oma and Opa. Of course, Giesler's German. That's how we come up with Oma and Opas, because that's what the grandkids call us. It's our lifestyle after retirement. So a couple of things that's happened to us recently that, in my opinion, it's aggravating. We have an electric instant hot water heater, and it went out. So we've been out here 17 years, and this will be the second one I've had to put in. So you could have had a third. Okay, it's been 3 of them. They run $300 or $400. Of course, you can spend more, but and the last one I installed myself. But as I've gotten older and my arthritic condition has really got me, I'm getting down on my knees and bending over. Those things are very difficult for me anymore. So anyway, this hot water tank went out, and I've ordered another one, and it come in. And I called somebody and asked them if they knew a plumber that'd come out and plumb that. because the old one had to have some kind of relief valve on it. The new one didn't require it. I just wanted them to remove the old one. So when a guy walked in the door, he's talking $1,000. I've already got the tank. He wants $1,000 in labor. And I said, no, I don't need you to do that. I just need you to take that off, put another one on. He said, oh, I'd have to research that. That'd probably be 3 or 4 hours of research, and that's going to cost you $125 an hour. So I had to put the brakes on him right there. I'm not going to pay $125 an hour for somebody to research my hot water tank. Turned out I was able to research it myself. It literally took 15 seconds. For this plumber, he wanted to make his $1,000, and he wasn't willing to come out here and do anything if he couldn't make his $1,000. So I watched a little YouTube, which the reason I love YouTube is because you can just about figure anything out with some basic tools. I made a trip to Home Depot and spent $69. And I went out there with Alma's help. We took the old one off, installed the new one, and redid the plumbing. I did have to go back to Home Depot and get a little longer connecting hose. The one that I had was like, a little flex hose. It wasn't long enough with the new box. It didn't line up like the old box. So anyway, it ended up costing us maybe $100 versus the $1,000 that the plumber was trying to get from us. And we were successful in resolving that issue. So back when the snow came here last week, a week ago, our septic tank failed. So we got an alarm out here on the side of the house, and when the tank doesn't pump and it fills up to a certain level, it'll set off the alarm, and boy, is it loud. I mean, every neighbor around can hear it. So I wasn't able to reset it. I ended up having to trip the breaker. So I called a guy out there, a septic tank guy. $1,200 is what he wants. Said I need a new pump. So I thought, no, I'm not going to do that. So pulled the pump out myself. And what I figured out was wrong is it's got 2 bobbles on it. One of them is for the alarm, and one of them is for the pump, and the little zip tie that held the one for the pump had come off, and it wasn't allowing it to stand straight up. So when it stands straight up, pump will come on. When it lays down, pump will go off. If it gets up, the other bobble gets up higher than the pump, then it'll sound the alarm. So now that did take me 2 days of trying to figure all that out, and I had to pump it out. And of course, that pump malfunctioned on me. I got it working. Long story short, sometimes if we figure out how to do a few things on our own, we can save a boatload of money. And so, like I said, everybody's got to make their money, but I can tell you that $125, $150 an hour is crazy money. You know, the people that taught me that lesson is the RV people. If you own an RV and it breaks and you have to go try to get it worked on, you might as well get ready to spend $1,000 or $2,000. Even if they said they worked on it, well, they got a little book that tells them that this job takes this long. Even though it didn't take them that long, they still want to charge you the $150 an hour for what the book says. So being retired, we want to try to hang on to some of our money. Now, that's enough of all that. That's just a little thing that's going on in our life. So we got all those issues resolved. I got rid of that motor coach, overall what it cost, and I fixed the sewer myself, and I fixed the hot water myself. So that's a good thing. Yay! Yay! Anyway, we'll be back as our soup progresses. Celery and onions that we saute. Now at this point, I'm going to add the carrots. So we're going to cook the carrots about 10 minutes.
put the muggy in.
Oh, hold on. I did forget this. Lisa calls it the muggy.
It is muggy.
Well, when I read that word right there, oh, here's what says muggy. Anyway, this flavors a wide variety of dishes, and we're going to add muggy. All right, we're going to let that cook for about, that's the carrots and the potatoes. We'll let that cook about 10 minutes, and then we will come back and add our egg noodles and let them cook 7 or 8 minutes. That should get us to al dente. We don't want to overcook the noodles. So we'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Well, that's going to be about a half a jar of wide egg noodles. We'll be back in 7 minutes. All right, our egg noodles have cooked for about 7 minutes. Our last step is to add our green onions. This is a bunch of green onions. Now, I don't know, there might have been 6 or 7 of them in the bunch. I've turned the fire off. I'm just going to stir those in. Now I'm going to plate that up. All right, give me just a minute. Okay, I've got our soup plated up. Homemade chicken noodle soup. It was easy to make. Little garnish plate there with some of Oma's homemade dill peppers, some crackers. Now you could have used bread, more green onions if you'd like. Now from Oma and Opa's family, which is our 2 dogs. Milo, come here. Come here. Come. Come here, Queenie. So from our family to yours, we wish you a happy new year. We got Milo and we got Queenie. And they're ready for supper. They're going to have some chicken noodle soup too. And we want to thank you for visiting our channel. We hope you'll like and subscribe and tune in again. Remember, we've got one of our videos doing really good. It's on how to make dog food, a chicken dog food. It's got 2,100 views. We'd love for you to go check that out. Nutritional and inexpensive dog food is what it's called. If you like it and enjoy it, please comment, please share. All of those things helps the channel. We thank you again for having visited with us.